What's going on, FitFam? Today we got a pull and abs workout. So let's get it popping. We're gonna start off with a quick warm up to make sure that our muscle fibers are engaged, the blood is pumping, and the oxygen is flowing. So we're gonna be doing rows to reverse flies. So we're gonna do 15 reps of that with a really light weight just to get the muscles engaged, and we're gonna save the actual heavier weight for our working sets. So here we go. Nice flat back, head up, let's go. All right, now we're ready to get started. All right, guys, so to start off this back workout, we're gonna be doing the most famous, most effective back exercise that there is, and that is the barbell deadlift, all right? So this is gonna be the conventional one, which is gonna work your back more than the sumo variation. And the sumo variation's a little bit more on the hamstrings and glutes, but all of them are working your entire posterior chain, as well as your core, your arms, your shoulders. So this is why the deadlift is the king of all strength exercises, because it's gonna really get you in crazy good shape with minimal time and effort. So to do the conventional deadlift, you're going to have your feet just at shoulder width apart, and you're gonna know you're in position when the barbell is directly over the middle of your foot. Then what you're gonna do is hinge at your hips. You're not bending your knees, just bending at the hips. Then you're gonna grab the barbell just outside of your shins. So I like to use an overhand underhand grip because you can pull more weight that way, but you can totally use a double overhand grip if you like, but this position is really common because you can do more weight. All right, so bending at your hips, grabbing the barbell, and now you're gonna you're gonna bend your knees. Then you're gonna lift your head up, have your back nice and arched, try and kind of pinch your shoulder blades, and then we're gonna pull the bar, having it just grazing our legs, and then bringing it back down, keeping our back arched the entire time. So let's go, we're gonna do 10 reps. All right, so with our big major movements like deadlifts, squats, hip thrusts, the ones that are really challenging, those are called compound movements. Compound means you're using multiple muscles at the same time. So for those movements, you can rest up to 2 minutes, but you wanna give yourself a 1 to 2 minute window to rest, and then you're gonna repeat it for 2 more sets. All right. All right, guys, so next we're gonna be doing a bent over barbell row. So this is gonna really work our back, but it's also gonna hit our rear delts, which is part of all of our deltoid muscles, which is our shoulders. All right, so we're gonna be using the barbell for this one, definitely with a bit of lighter weight. If you can't quite use the barbell yet, that's okay. You can just use dumbbells, but soon try and make sure you progress to the barbell. So I'm gonna show you how I do it from the side. So you're gonna bend over, keeping a nice flat back, and look straight ahead. And then we're gonna be pulling the barbell all the way to our chest and bringing it back down. So we're gonna do that for 10 reps. Here we go. nice and controlled range of motion. All right, rest 60 seconds and then repeat this set 2 more times for 3 sets total. All right, so now we're gonna hit our shoulders a little bit. So the first one is gonna be for our rear delts, which is our deltoid on our back. So we're gonna be doing rear delt flies. So you're gonna bend over, keeping a nice flat arch back, and then bring your hands up where your elbows are in a 90-degree angle, and then you're literally gonna be flying it out as though you have wings, and that's really gonna hit the rear delt. So nice and controlled, nice neutral spine. We're never rounding our back, we're always keeping it arched. Okay, so let's go. We're gonna do 12 reps. Here we go. All right, those rear delts feeling good. So for this one, rest 30 seconds and then repeat it 2 more times for 3 sets total. All right, so now we're gonna be hitting our lateral or medial deltoid. So our deltoids, which is also our shoulders, have 3 heads. We have our front deltoid, our medial deltoid, also known as our lateral deltoid, and our rear deltoid. The rear deltoid is actually kind of part of your back day, kind of part of your back muscles. And then this exercise we're about to do, lateral raises, is really, really good for that medial deltoid. So let's get it. So you're gonna get a pretty light pair of dumbbells because that's a really small muscle. And then you're gonna be lifting the weights out directly to your side and back down. You can have a slight bend in your elbow, bring them all the way up, all the way back down. So we're gonna do 12 reps of that. Here we go. So you can see I'm having a nice controlled range of motion. I'm not throwing the weight up, because if you're doing that, that means it's too heavy, and that's no good. You wanna use a weight that's appropriate. Whew, okay, so rest 30 seconds and then do the set 2 more times for 3 sets total. All right, guys, so now we're gonna be hitting the lats. So we're gonna come over to the lat pull down machine and make sure you have a nice wide grip, because the wider your grip is, the more you're gonna hit the back and the lats, which is what we're trying to do here. So we're gonna come down, sit, arch your chest so that you have that nice kind of chest sticking out, butt sticking out, and then you're gonna pull this down, bring it all the way so that it touches your chest, and bring it back up, really keeping that motion nice and controlled. So let's go for 10 reps. All right, so now we're gonna go straight into the next exercise. So this means we're doing a superset. Superset is when you do 2 exercises back to back without any rest in between. So we're gonna continue hitting the back and we're gonna be doing straight arm pull down. So you're probably gonna have to go a little bit lighter than the weight you were just using. And then once again, you're taking a nice wide grip and arching your back, and you're pulling straight down and lifting it straight back up. So that actually was too heavy. I can tell my form's not gonna be good, so I'm gonna actually lighten it even more. So it's okay, sometimes you have to kind of check if it's gonna be too heavy, too light. Don't worry about that. You're gonna get more of a feel for it the more that you do, and this is why it's so important to keep track of your workouts. All right, so let's go. We're doing straight arm pull downs for 10 reps. right, your lats should be feeling good. So rest 60 seconds, then repeat the superset for 2 more sets. All right guys, so now we're gonna be doing ab circuits. So this is where we do 3 ab exercises back to back without any rest, and then rest for 1 minute and repeat the whole circuit again. So the first exercise we're doing in an ab circuit is always gonna be a weighted exercise, because that's gonna be the most difficult and it's gonna overload our muscles the most. So this one is an ab cable crunch. This is the best ab exercise there is, in my opinion. It's definitely my favorite, and it's largely responsible for the abs that I have built today. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. So you're gonna start with the cable just around where your head is, and then come down. Make sure you have something for your knees so that it's comfortable, and pull it so that your hands are on either side of your ears. And then you're gonna tuck and bring your elbows all the way to your knees. So this is one exercise where you're actually gonna round your back. You're not gonna do that for really any other exercises, but for this one you will. So rounding your back, having your hands on either side, and bringing it all the way. So really hinging at your hips. So we're gonna do that for 12 reps. Here we go. Okay, so on to the next exercise in the ab circuit. All right, so this next exercise in our ab circuit is gonna be a lying leg raise, and doing it just with your body weight alone is gonna be hard enough in the beginning, but try to get a light dumbbell between your feet. All right, so you're gonna lay down, put your hands underneath, and we're gonna lift our legs up and bring them back down. So let's do 10 reps of that. Here we go. Keep your legs nice and straight. This one is really good for your lower abs, which can be a very troublesome spot to hit. All right, whew. So on to the next exercise in this ab circuit. All right guys, for the final exercise in our ab circuit, we're gonna be using the captain's chair. So your gym should have one, but if it doesn't, it's okay. You can do air bikes instead, and that's just body weight. So you're gonna come here, and if doing it with straight legs is too difficult, you can always do it with bent knees like this. But doing it with the full straight leg is really, really gonna overload your abs, especially gonna hit those lower abs, which can be really hard to hit. So let's go, we're gonna do 20 reps. Try to keep the range of motion nice and controlled. Really lifting those legs all the way up, bringing them all the way back down. All right, good work. So rest for 1 minute and then repeat all 3 exercises in this ab circuit for 3 total rounds. Got this.